Hi kids, nice to see you. I know that some of us probably went to online church last week or to in-person church last week or are coming this week, so that's exciting. Um, I hope you still get to watch the videos, but have a great time seeing your friends and interacting with people. Okay, so today's song is I Want to Be a Missionary Now, which is page 168 in the children's songbook, so get that out if you need it. Okay, so here's our little pre-song lesson. Being a missionary. Being a missionary means that we share the gospel with others. And we share the gospel because we know how amazing it is, and sharing is caring. So if you have something wonderful, you want to share it with other people because that's the right thing to do. But when we share the gospel, we need to be respectful of what other people think too, because other people might not want to join the church, or maybe they have their own religion that they are part of. So we just need to be careful that we are respectful and always kind when we share the gospel, because not everybody thinks the same way that we do, and that's okay. So sometimes people don't want to listen when we try to share the gospel. That's fine, because everyone has their time. So maybe the time that you tried to share the gospel with them, they didn't want to listen, but maybe next time they will. So that's what is important about being a missionary. Okay, now we're going to go through the words of the song so that you can learn it. Okay, so I want to be a missionary now. Now we can see here is this little kid, he's maybe 6 or 7, that he has a missionary tag, and this might look a little bit weird to us because all of the missionaries that we know are grown-ups. So what he's saying here is that he wants to be a missionary now when he's a little kid, not when he's grown up like usual. I don't want to wait until I'm grown, so we can see here this grown up, and I've put a little X over him. No grown-ups allowed. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young. So these kids are talking, maybe they're sharing the gospel with each other. For I have a testimony of my own. So here we can see there's this little guy, and he is up on the pulpit giving his testimony to everybody. And I'm sure a lot of you have done that before. It's very scary, but good job if you've done it. Okay. So that was the first verse. You know I have different colors for different verses. Now in this particular song there is no chorus, which means that there's no part that repeats. So we're going to make the first verse is going to be pink, the first part. The second part is going to be blue, and the third part is going to be purple. Okay, so we just finished the first part, which is pink. Now we're moving on to the blue part. I want to tell my friends about our church. See, he's telling his friend about the church. And the happiness it brings to me. I love this picture. Look, he's so happy. He's so happy because he has the church. Oh, he's adorable. Okay, and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored. So here we can see Joseph Smith kneeling in front of Jesus and Heavenly Father, and that is a big part of how the gospel was restored, so that's what that represents. And how the Book of Mormon came to be. It's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, third part, purple. Now I want grapes. Then I can be a missionary now. So we see this little kid who's a missionary, and a thumbs up, so he can be a missionary. So the third verse is basically the second verse, except the third verse is basically the first verse, except it's saying that you can do all these things. The first verse is saying, oh, I want to be a missionary now. The third verse is saying, then I can be a missionary now. So it shouldn't be too difficult because it's the words are very similar. Then I can be a missionary now. I don't have to wait until I'm grown. I live each day the best that I know how. See, these kids are doing service, so that's a very good way to live each day the best that you know how. That's the only part that is different. And they'll see I have a testimony of my own. See, here are the people that are going to be watching you give your testimony. A testimony of my very own. Great job! If you think that you understand the concept and you know the song, then you can keep moving, and we're going to sing the song now with the words. If you need to go back, that's okay. Just go back and watch what we just did. And if you don't, then let's do some singing.
I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored, tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Then I can be a missionary now. I don't have to wait until I'm grown. I'll live each day the best that I know how, and they'll see I have a testimony of my own, a testimony of my very own.
Great job singing the song. If you think that you have got the song in your brain, then we can move on. If you need to rewatch it, go ahead. But this is the challenge portion where we get rid of all of the words and we only sing the song based on the pictures. So let's go.
I want to be a missionary now. I don't want to wait until I'm grown. I want to share the gospel while I'm young, for I have a testimony of my own. I want to tell my friends about our church and the happiness it brings to me. I'll tell them how the gospel was restored, tell them how the Book of Mormon came to be. Then I can be a missionary now. I don't have to wait until I'm grown. I'll live each day the best that I know how, and they'll see I have a testimony of my own, a testimony of my very own.
Great job, kids. If you don't have the song, please go back and watch the video until you've learned it. And remember, it's never too early to be a missionary. Have a great day at church. Bye.